This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. There are 7 games left in the NBA season for the New York Knicks, and it looks like things are finally coming together. Let's analyze. The Knicks, for the most part all year, have been a top 10 team in the entire NBA. And in the Eastern Conference, for the most part, a top 3 team. And I'll tell you what, when Jalen Brunson went down, 15 games ago now? I thought the season was in peril, was in jeopardy. I really did. I really, truly did. Because up until that point, Jalen Brunson, to me, an MVP candidate, Mr. Clutch, and everything like that, was the guy holding the Knicks together in a sense. You know, you had a Knicks team that, for the most part, they did not have their identity from last year. I mean, this was not looking like a Tom Thibodeau-led team. They were not. They were not looking like a Tom Thibodeau-led team. And a lot of questions were out there. You know, a lot of questions. Remember? Mikal Bridges, we gave up 5 draft picks for him. OG Anunoby, over $200 million for a one-trick pony? Really? What about Mitchell Robinson, who was hurt? Mitchell Robinson, we got to trade Mitch. Remember, Mitchell Robinson was in the, in the trade talks supposedly for Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks offered Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle. They didn't want to get rid of Dante DiVincenzo. Remember that? Oh, Tom Thibodeau and the Minutes Police. Remember that? And look, listen. You know, they say when you're pointing at someone, you've got 4 pointing back at you. Talking to myself as well. I've made videos on these topics. I've made videos for the most part on these topics. And then, and what was the other one? The Knicks have no bench. Well, folks, Knicks have 7 games left. And as they get ready to go play Cleveland tonight, a few things stand out to me. Things are finally coming together. And this is why I say that. You know, when Brunson went down 15 games ago, I think that kind of was a blessing in disguise. Why? Is because in the last few things. Why? In the last, let's look at Mikal Bridges, who caught a lot of people's, a lot of heat. Yeah, he did. He caught a lot of heat because of how, the up and down season that he had. But when Brunson went down, what was it? What game was it with? What game was it with the Portland game? The game-winning 3. When Brunson went down, it was almost like a weight was lifted off Mikal Bridges' shoulders in the sense that he kind of found his way again. You saw him averaging about 20. It was 21.6 points a game. He was shooting 55% from the field, 38% from 3, and averaging 5 assists. So Mikal Bridges found his way from that respect, right? Another positive is that the Knicks continued to be. They kept that 3rd seed. You know, people thought they were going to fall, but they kept the 3rd seed, and in their last 10 games, they're 6-4. So the Knicks found their way. But then a guy in OG Anunoby, who, by the way, before the Jalen Brunson injury, started showing like he started getting aggressive. And and OG's a man of few words, but I would love to find out what got into him. You know, who got him, into this offensive this role he's in. And I'll tell you what, say what you will about Thomas Thibodeau. OG Anunoby is having the best season of his career. Karl Anthony Towns, I think before the injuries, the best season of his career. Am I wrong, Knicks fans? And I'll tell you what, OG Anunoby has just been masterful on the offense in the sense of how aggressive he's become. 27 points last night. Before that, 28. Before that, 31. Before that, 28. Before that, 35. And I'll tell you what, the Brunson injury. Oh, and then the Knicks have no bench. Well, you've got no Deuce playing right now. You've got no Landry Shamet playing right now. Not Landry Shamet. You've got no Payne playing right now. But you do have Landry Shamet figuring it out. Landry Shamet is looking like okay. And Landry made reference to the fact that, look, the season's winding down. Guys gotta lock in a sense, right? And then to tie it all up, Mitchell Robinson is back. Yesterday was the man's birthday. Happy birthday to Mitch. 14, 14, and 14. Now, I mentioned the Knicks play the Cavs tonight. The team that, for the most part, has been the best team record-wise in the NBA. They've been the top seed all year long in the East. And I think, at first I was like, what was the thing that brought this Knicks team together? And I said, you know what? You saw the wings get hot in OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges when Mitch got back. And I said, you know what? Once Mitch is back, I want to see, is this Knicks team, is there an issue with the way the team is built? Is Mikal Bridges, is he ever going to get it? Was he the right piece to trade for? I mean, did we overpay OG? The Knicks are, look, and listen, they continue to get washed by Oklahoma City. I told you I went to the first game of the season against the Cavs, and I'm going to the and I'm going to the game next Tuesday against Boston. And I hope Brunson will be back by then. I think he should because, by April 6th, Brunson has to return in order to be eligible for awards at the end of the season, a minimum of 65 games. He's played, 61? But the Mitch factor, I think, is very important. Obviously, Brunson was there when Mitch started to come back. But Mitch now has played, Mitchell Robinson has played a total of 14 games. And it's not an accident that the Knicks right now are a top defense in the league. Has been leading the league top 3 or top 5 in deflections, top 2 defense. And they've looked great. The OG Anunobys of the world and Mikal Bridges of the world, they are looking like what the Knicks thought they were going to have with those two guys there. And you've got to give Mitch his return a lot of credit for that. To the point where Tom Thibodeau gets the quote of the day: Mitch covers up mistakes. And I think that's a major factor. And Brunson going down has allowed Mikal Bridges to be free on the floor. We saw OG already starting to become more aggressive. And now you're seeing the Knicks bench come together. Deuce getting hurt, Payne getting hurt, Landry Shamet, I don't know. And then another thing is, something that, you're watching them and there's a sense of urgency with this Knicks team, but defensively it's come together. So I do give Mitchell Robinson a lot of credit for what's happening, but I also think that the Brunson injury The Knicks no longer having the 26 points a game. What was it? 26.7 assists. Let's see with Brunson. 26.3 points a game, 7.4 assists a game in 61 games. I mean, that has been big time. That has been big time. So I think this Knicks team now going into tonight, I want to see what the Knicks do. I want to see what the Knicks do, to be honest with you. Now, I know that they have, they've struggled mightily against the Cavs, the Celtics. But here's the deal. The Knicks can go lose tonight, and I'm not being Sam Stradamus, games in Cleveland and everything. I thought league going into tonight and then going into the Celtics game next week, I'm like, look, do these teams really have anything to really play for? Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, you of course you want to keep the. Look, Cleveland right now, they're 5-5 in their last 10. You don't want to close out the season like that. But I mean, for the most part, yeah, there's a 4-game lead on the Celtics, so they're going to compete. They're not going to sit people. They're going to they're going to compete, and they're not going to sit people. But at the end of the day, the Knicks are still not a finished product. You're not going to have the captain, or are we? I don't know. Jalen Brunson is not going to tell you. But and then here's the thing. I know Knicks fans are mad at the PJ Tucker thing. I was like, you're signing a 40-year-old Gatorade and cheerleader, Gatorade and towel guy for the Knicks, but you can't put a premium on leadership. And Josh Hart said, there's sometimes that everyone struggles saying something to the collective in a sense, when it needs to be said. And PJ Brown is the guy who will get in people's face, and or a guy who will know what to say. And I mean, look, the Knicks have been playing more physical. The Knicks have been looking like a Tom Thibodeau-led team. So I'm not. Look, listen. I said it before once. You can't really question Leon Rose's decisions. I mean, a lot of people wanted Moses Brown or Okeke and everything like that. The Knicks to get another player, a young guy from the G League. I mean, it is what it is. I do think that this is not an accident. PJ Tucker, Mitchell Robinson, the Knicks have gotten their aggressive edge on defense back. Now, leading into today, is that going to help them? Is Mitch playing tonight? I think tonight, Karl Anthony Towns, who is out, I think he plays. I think Mitchell Robinson, who has not played back-to-backs, I think he plays. That's as simple as that. I think they play. I think the Knicks, and a part of me believes that, could this be Jalen Brunson's first game back? I don't know. I don't know. I think we will see him back before that Celtics game. And I that's what I think. But then one thing, by the way, I feel bad with the PJ Tucker signing, TJ Warren, who was sitting there and holding out hope, and I think he possibly was told that he was going to he might get an opportunity with the big team. What was he averaging, like 23 points in Westchester? He left the Knicks. He was like, "Oh, you guys are not going to sign me. I'm out." But look, it's coming together. I mean, will the Knicks be able to beat the Cavs tonight? I think the Knicks fully healthy, Brunson back and everything like that. I like the Knicks' chances against Cleveland. I like the Knicks' chances against anyone when healthy. With the way they're playing right now, the Wings, the hot Wings in OG and Mikal, Mitchell Robinson covering everything up on the defensive end. I think I like the Knicks' chances with 7 games left. They may not beat Cleveland tonight. They may not beat Boston when I go to that game next Tuesday. But all we need them to be is healthy, y'all. That's it. Just be healthy and let the cards fall where they may. I like the Knicks' chances to be a nightmare and in the playoffs for opposing teams. And it's looking like the Knicks, everybody was like, oh, the Knicks may play Detroit. The Knicks may play Indiana. You never wish injuries on anyone, but Dame Lillard, I don't think he's coming back for this season. And rest up, Dame, feel better, get healthy. He's got a blood clot. So, I think it's in the calf. And what's up with these blood clots, man? This is crazy. But, it's looking like the Knicks are on a collision course with the Milwaukee Bucks. But listen, y'all, it's coming together. It's coming together. And remember, and the disrespect, by the way, Mitchell Robinson. I apologize for all Knicks fans because people were like, when they were like, I'm like, why do they want to trade Mitch so bad? Oh, the contract, blah, blah, blah. Valanciunas. I'm like, Valanciunas? What? I'm like, another offensive guy? Nah, Mitch is not going anywhere. And I think Mr. Dolan, James Dolan, in the interview he did with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson on the Roommates podcast, this team, for the most part, we're going to keep this group together. I think Mitchell Robinson is showing you why. I mean, you see the difference. Not having Mitch has helped, hopefully has shown people, hey, Mitchell Robinson is important and an integral and critical part to this team. But, folks, 7 games left. How are you feeling about this Knicks team, y'all? How are you feeling? The P.J. Brown signing, P.J. Tucker signing, Mitchell Robinson rounding into shape, the hot wings in shout out to Alan Hahn for that, for that hot wings take. But I mean, it is what it is. They're playing well. How are you feeling about this Knicks team right now, folks? Let me know in the comments. And let's chop it up. Let's analyze. Now it's that time. The Dodgers are 7-0. Is anyone going to stop this team from going back-to-back? I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, folks. I'm on most social media platforms at Sam I Analyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.